Hi, I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, and here's a look at what you can expect from the markets today, Monday, October 28th. With 24% of S&P 500 companies set to report earnings this week, Apple stands out as one of the most anticipated. The company is set to open its books to the public on Monday after the bell, with investors looking forward to more details about the company's iPad sales, which declined in the second quarter. China's communist leaders are set to hold a meeting in November at which the country's economic agenda could see several large-scale changes. Most notably, the government could decide to relax the country's one-child policy, making it easier for parents to have a second child. The Bank of America was found liable for making bad home loans and passing them on to Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae under a long unused civil fraud statute called the Financial Institutions Reform, Recovery, and Enforcement Act. Under the statute, the U.S. Department of Justice is able to build a case against financial institutions without having to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. Although German newspapers are reporting that President Obama was aware that the NSA was eavesdropping on Chancellor Angela Merkel's phone calls, U.S. officials claim that the White House had no knowledge that the NSA was spying on nearly 35 world leaders. Whatever the case, this marks the first admission from the U.S. government that the NSA has been spying on international leaders. In an interview with Focus magazine, Germany's finance minister said Germany will not be issuing any new debt in an effort to cut the debt to GDP ratio to below 60% over the next 10 years. Asian markets started off the week on a high note, with the Japanese Nikkei posting the largest gains, up 2.19%. The South Korean Kospi gained 0.68%, and the Hang Seng Index was up by 0.36%. Australia's ASX 200 gained 1.02%, and New Zealand's NZ50 was up by 0.59%. European markets were mostly higher. The UK's FTSE was up by 0.07%, and the Eurozone Stock 600 was up by 0.09%. Italy's MIB gained 0.61%, and France's CAC 40 was down by 0.21%. In commodity markets, energy futures were mixed, with Brent futures up 0.09% and WTI futures down by 0.35%. Gold lost 0.27% and silver was down by 0.44%. Industrial metals were mostly higher, with tin up 1.42% and aluminum up 1.07%. In currency markets, the euro remained above $1.38, and the pound-to-dollar ratio was quiet, with the pound up just 0.07%. The Japanese yen lost 0.17% against the dollar, and the Australian dollar was up by 0.21% against the greenback. Monday's earnings releases will include Biogen IDEC, Merck & Company, Herbalife, and Apple. Earnings releases will likely overshadow the economic calendar on Monday. However, investors will still be watching for U.S. pending home sales, U.S. industrial production, and Italian business confidence. And that's it for today's Market Primer. I'm Laura Hoy for Benzinga, hoping all of you get your week started off right. Good luck on your Monday trades.